Hey, what's good, everybody? This is EJ,
It's your boy
And
Kenny.
it's Francis.
and this is the Banter 3FC podcast with three friends that love the game and love talking all things football. Before we get started today, I want to remind you we are on all social media platforms and all streaming platforms, so please find us everywhere at Banter 3FC. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share all of our content. Appreciate the love and support because we're nothing without our loyal fans. Let's get into it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Match week 7, and it was a good week because we all
All
won.
smiles.
Everyone had their
Everyone's happy.
jersey.
I think this is like one of the. I can count how many times on my finger we've all had our jerseys on. Congrats, everyone.
Literally, I'm not gonna lie. It's usually the very first episode, the pilot
Yeah.
episode or the preview episode, whatever, and
Yep.
then it's probably never ever again because we don't all win. So, oh, actually, Francis never had a jersey. So,
Yeah. That
but
was the actual problem. But
after the
anyway.
Club World Cup, he had to make sure. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh please.
It looks nice, doesn't it? Thank you.
Can't see it. Anyways,
Blurry.
let let's roll with the show. Let's roll with the show. You guys know the setup already. As usual, we're gonna give a review of the previous match week. Then we're gonna talk about Champions League for some of us, and then we're gonna give a preview of what's to come for next week.
That wasn't necessary.
And then we're gonna close it out with our new segment, Did Ya See? So, where would we like to start today? You know what,
Who had
Kenny?
the early game?
Yeah, Kenny, you
You
go
want to go
ahead.
with
We
me?
played at the same time, but you go
Oh
ahead.
right.
It's a happy
Yeah,
day.
we had. Yep, we both had the 10 a.m. slots on Saturday. This was. I'm not gonna get too high. From what I saw from Sunderland previously, I thought this would be a lot more difficult game, but it turned out to be a very, very easy game for United. That's why I don't want to get too high. Um, we started off well. Shout out to Mason Mount for the early goal. Great finish. Kind of wrapping it around the defender and beating a very good goalkeeper. And then the second goal, long throw-ins, which are back in style now. Benjamin Sesko getting at the end of it his second goal of the season. It was good to see. Overall takeaway: Sunderland didn't really threaten us too much. I don't remember any phase of play where I was worried. I loved our goalie being able to keep a clean sheet, and he was just commanding kind of some of those balls in the air, and him coming out and actually catching it. No like weird deflections or anything like that. Just being a commanding goalkeeper, you can tell like he had the back line confident that all right, we have a keeper that when the ball's in the air, he's going to come grab it. So yeah, it was a pretty easy game, I would say, which hasn't happened for us in a long time. So I think it's more Sunderland didn't really show up. I think if they were a little bit more threatening, they could have had at least one goal because our defense was still open. But hey, I'll take the 3 points. Good performance at home. Could have been more, but good win for United.
Yeah, man. I had this game on my laptop while I was watching the Arsenal game, and every time I looked over, it seemed like you guys had control of the game, had control of the ball, passing, moving, comfortable. I did see that one moment when it did look sketchy for a second, watching it like real time when the goalie looked like he had hit that player that was coming in. Um,
Yep.
yeah,
Traore.
I saw that and I was like, oh no, not again, not again, not again.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
it's good to have a goalie that instills confidence because it starts from the back. If you have a goalie with confidence, it gives your defense confidence and it kind of carries on forward. So long may it
Absolutely.
continue with this new, what's his name?
Sammy Lamens. Hopefully, I'm saying it correctly.
Yeah, Lamens, Young Bull. Good work. Good work. Clean sheet. Clean sheet. And remember, I told you guys you were going to win that game, man. I told you
You
you're going
did. I believe I predicted a draw.
to.
Francis
Mhm.
predicted a
Lost 2-1.
loss. But yeah, I still think Sunderland, if they played, because and one last thing, quick, the way they started the game, the way they set up wasn't how, from what the commentator was saying, how they usually set up, and you could tell. I believe they then took out us, Adingra, brought in another defender,
Ballard,
and then
yeah.
from there they were kind of a little bit more stable and tactically sound.
Mhm.
But so if the game was to start over again, they definitely would have played a
Started.
little bit better,
Yeah.
set up and started off better. But
Yeah.
at that point, it was already 2-0. So
Yeah. Yeah. So, good win for Manchester United. Glory, glory, Man United. That's why you
it's
got the
been a
jersey.
long time. It's been a long time. Because even some wins we've had, I still don't wear the jersey because it's like I'm not celebrating a 3-2 against Burnley. I'm not doing it. But good job, United.
Yeah.
Good job.
And we'll keep things rolling. We'll keep things rolling. Anything from you, Francis?
No, solid victory from Man United. So respect.
All right. Keep it
You
rolling. Keep it
predicted us to lose.
Just going off of what I saw, but
Mhm.
yeah, you guys do what you have to do. Like I said, the issues is not all down to Amarin, but
Gotcha, gotcha. All right, we'll keep it rolling to the other 10 o'clock game. Arsenal versus West Ham United at the Emirates Stadium. So going into the game, I think I predicted like a 3 or 4-0 win for us because I don't know the way that we look, the way the West Ham look. They look like they're going to be in a relegation scrap this year. I don't care what issues we've had with them over the past few years because they have come to the Emirates and beat us twice in the past few years. Um, and I demanded a win from the boys. And honestly, the way that the game started, I didn't like it. It didn't look good because I remember at halftime, even though we were up 1-0, I told you guys, I was like, this looks like crap. I'm not happy with it. But I think it's just because West Ham just came to defend. They didn't want to do anything outside of that. And it looked like we were playing in second gear the whole time. So, I mean, we got the win, and that's the thing that matters above all else. We got the clean sheet. Uh, I do want to give a shout out though. Urian Timber, he looks really, really good. I feel like ever since he's gotten to the club, like barring that tear of the ACL and stuff in the first season, like leading up to that, he looked good in preseason. And the way the season started wasn't the best for him because he had that injury. But ever since he's come back from the ACL and has played consistent minutes, he's looked very solid, both going forward, defending, passing. Like he can do just about. He's a jack of all trades. He can do everything. Like sometimes he's in the box getting shots or getting headers on goals. So shout out to Timber. I really like him as a player, and he's definitely become one of my favorite players on the team. Um, I guess the only negative thing that I have to say about the game is probably Odegaard getting hurt again. It's starting to become real frustrating because I want to see him get like a run of games because his performance in midweek in Champions League played the full game. He created both of the goals, could have scored himself and missed that opportunity, but it's just frustrating that again now he got hurt again, and I just read it. It's like an MCL injury. I don't know how long the timetable for that is, but get
he
well
needs
soon, man.
milk.
Rest up.
He's an injury prone player.
He-
That's what it is now. He's got the designation that's injury prone. That's what it is.
I just would like to say something. Does the audience ever notice that when things are good for either Arsenal or Man U, Francis has no
I always have
commentary.
commentary. What are you talking about?
No commentary.
I
But the
always have
second
commentary.
something negative, he's front and center, ready to discuss every time.
I give credit where credit's always due. I'm not ashamed about that. I didn't stutter either.
The only credit that he gives is Martinelli when he does something good once every 3 games. That's the only good thing that you ever say. Nothing else.
Sorry, that's your opinion, and that's what it is.
But yeah, we keep things rolling. Talk to us.
Yeah,
The big game of the weekend:
indeed,
Chelsea versus Liverpool at Stamford Bridge,
indeed,
and what a game it
it
was.
sure was. I think I predicted 1-1 originally, going off of just how we were playing. Us causing our consistent mistakes and whatnot, but I still had faith in the team, and boy, did the boys deliver. Let's start off. Overall, I think the first half we played really, really well. The first half, Moises Caicedo, what a guy! Would you classify that as a worldly? I'm gonna call it. It's a rocket from outside the box, outside the D. You know, that was a fantastic strike to lead us to put us in the lead 1-0. Like I said, overall we played really good first half. To be honest, the front line wasn't really doing much for Liverpool. Second half, to be fair, their goal, great instinctive striker play from Isak to kind of hold and get that flick on. Gakpo gets there, ties it up. And then,
You don't think that was just a lucky touch?
I'm giving the credit to Isak for that. That was
I would give Isak the credit because to me, what it looked like, he was trying to bring it down for
and
himself
then
Yeah.
and then Cody Gak. Either way, even if he brought, because he could have swung at it, it's just Gakpo came and basically took it off of him. But either way, it was a good touch and he could have set himself up to score.
Oh, I don't. Maybe got to watch it again. He tried to control it and lost it. He wouldn't have been able to get it. The keeper would have came out. Gakpo was the one that just pounced on it.
but I'm giving him the credit for that. So great second play. So that's it, 1-1. And at that point, I'm like, see, I know we needed a second goal to make this thing easy. But in the midst of all that, we got hit with the injury bug because I believe we started with Achiampong and Badiashile. Both of them got injured. So we ended up ending the game with Reece James and Yoa Hato as the center back pairing. But thank goodness Maresca decided to finally understand that the best way to defend for us is to continue attacking. He did something that was pretty quote unquote ballsy, as you say. Took off Garnacho, Pedro, and Pedro Neto. Ja Pedro and Pedro Neto swapped them all out. Brought on Mark Gu, brought on left side would have been Gittins, and then Esteval, the Wonder Kid. And we just kept on piling pressure. Like the goal was coming. It was coming the way we were kept on piling pressure. And sure enough, at the very end, 90 plus 5 injury time. Cucurella started balling from Enzo. Cucurella across the face of the goal. Esteval there for the tap in. Scenes at the bridge. Maresca running down the touchline, jumping in. I loved it. It reminded me of when Tuchel, we scored that goal against Tottenham. Tuchel ran down. And then it also reminded me when Jose did that too. Oh, this is my club. That's Chelsea heritage right there. My club. I loved it. I'm proud. I'm very, very, very proud of the performance I saw from the boys. And I appreciate it. And I hope and I believe that this will be a real momentous type of victory for us going forward. Also, Arsenal, you're welcome. You're very welcome. Because now you have no excuse. You guys are top
No
of the table
excuse for
now.
what?
Get it done.
No excuse. That's crazy. That's the only thing that you have to say.
What do you mean?
Again, I'm gonna make sure that like this is very clear. Being top of the table right now does not mean anything. I want to see us top of the table in April, in May. That's
That's
when
what
it
it's supposed to
matters.
be,
Right now, it
exactly.
doesn't matter. Yeah, so top of the table in October. Yeah, whoop de doo. That's not. But yeah, it is what it is. But Francis, I think you skimmed over something.
What?
So let's reel it
Maresca red
back.
card at
Let's
the
reel
end?
it back. Yes, that's 3 red cards in 3 games,
This
man.
specific red card, I'm not even upset about. I will take
It
it.
no,
Of course you're not.
Francis. It
Of course
doesn't
you're not.
matter. It doesn't matter.
I'm not.
You don't have to be.
Nah, it's worth it to me. This red card.
You're never going to be upset.
We
How is that worth it?
the celebrations after beating the defending Premier League
Because
champions on that
If
type
it
of
was,
game?
if that was Mikel Arteta, my goodness,
he would have had a field day. He would have had
I
an
would have
It
also had
absolute.
the same
spews.
sentiment.
It's the DNA.
You guys have. You
It's
guys
yeah.
no,
Yep.
no,
It.
no. This is literally. This is. You guys can use your eyes just like I use my eyes. And understand the context of the situation at hand. The game is on a. This is a game-winning goal. Game-winning goal.
Why did he? But it's not that he got another 2 yellows.
Yes, two
So
yellows in the same
what
game.
was it?
bro.
So what's your explanation for the first yellow?
The first one was what after. I think it was after.
He was arguing.
After
He
the
was.
first goal.
He walked out of the technical
After the first
area
goal.
and started arguing with the fourth official and the Liverpool
Yeah, after
bench.
the first goal. Yeah, that one. He knows better for that one. So I'm like, it is what it is. But you know, when you have a fiery coach, sometimes you gotta live with it. Atletico Madrid does this.
You,
We all know
you are full
We all
of
know
crap.
Simeone
You're full of
lives
crap.
on the edge. You know that. You live with it.
You're
Live like
full
with
of
the
it.
edge,
You're
and
full
so
of
do your players. Apparently,
Hey,
that's
it is what it
crazy.
is. But like I said, I'll take this red card. We can deal with it. We'll manage.
Let's just make sure to note the lack of consistency from
There's almost
Francis.
consistency.
Any other club that would get 3 red cards on the bounce,
And a row is crazy.
like that's actually insane. Francis, you would never. If Arsenal got 3 red cards in a row, you would never let me hear the end of it.
Not
The
in this
first,
manner.
anytime we get on the phone to talk, the first thing you would do, discipline.
Not in this man. Not in this manner. Let's be serious. Be serious. Be serious. If it happened on the pitch,
Wow.
that's different. This is not on the pitch. This is literally the game is over. The game is over. Anthony Taylor wanted to give a card, so I'm not even whatever. Let him give his card.
Wait, what? And what? And
Anthony
what?
Taylor just wanted to give the card to somebody, to Maresca. He wanted to, so it is what it is.
He
Yo,
ran.
He ran on the field. What do you mean?
It would have been just a yellow, but he had another one already.
Yeah, like come
So
on,
that's
Francis. Yo,
that's
just
a lack of discipline.
Yeah, just be consistent, dog. That's it. Just be consistent.
consistent.
If it was us, you know you.
A disciplined coach would know that he has a yellow. Hey, he could celebrate with his bench. There's no problem. But he ran down.
Sorry.
Yo, here's how I know that season that Arsenal were winning games like literally in the last second. Like the one that comes to mind, the Bournemouth game when Reece Nelson scored that banger, right?
Mm-hmm.
Arteta didn't run on the field. He just ran into the crowd. There's a child in the technical area, whatever. He grabbed the child and said, hey, somebody come get this kid. If he ran onto the field and started celebrating with the team, hey, coach, you're not a player. You can't do that. You cannot do that. So, Francis, I'm sorry.
I'll take it.
Yeah, you can kiss your badge all you want. That's 3 red cards. It's looking to be a problem. It's looking to be something that looks to, dare I say,
it.
a part of the club's culture?
Yeah, nah.
Is it a part of their DNA? Kenny, what do you think?
I just know 3 in a row is crazy.
I'm going. You know what?
We're not saying, hey, you guys, 3 in a row.
Sky Sports journalist.
That's crazy.
Sky Sports journalist. Go ahead, build the narrative. I have no problem with it.
It's no
Build the narrative.
The narrative.
Build the narrative.
The story is right in front
Build
of
the
you. You're the
narrative.
one missing the
Build
story.
the narrative. That's fun. I have no problem with it.
There's no narrative. Chelsea's doing this to themselves.
All I'll say is just wait till it happens to one of us. If it happens to one of us,
Who-
Francis, if I even hear Pim, if I hear Pim,
I just want to make sure I reiterate something. Over the past year and a half, 2 years, I have been consistently saying Moises Caicedo is like that. And I've heard many, many times from you too. He can't do that. He just do it on a regular basis. No. You've seen it. You even said it. You're in utter you drink your water. You're in utter disbelief. You couldn't believe what you saw because he is like that. Now I want you guys to both say that. He is like that.
No,
He is
no,
like
I
that.
won't.
In fact, the
The
title
reason
today
we
will be
look
He
with
is
utter,
like
you
that.
just proved my point. He's not.
He is.
You just proved my point. The reason we look with utter disbelief is because he hasn't shown that he can do this consistently.
Bro,
Yes, that
what
was
are you
a
talking about? He's done it three different.
Over the
over
length of his
three
career,
different
bro.
times over a year.
Over the length of
You just
You
said
know
over a
what?
year and a
He's
half.
going watch. It's run October. He'll do it at least 3 to 5 more times this year. Watch,
3 to 5.
watch, watch, watch.
Listen,
If he does, I will be the first to come on this show and say Moise Caicedo is like that. But he has to show it. You act like we're just saying this out of thin
You
air.
are.
the thing about Francis is when we give our thoughts on things, he's taking it as if we're saying that Moises Caicedo is the worst player in the Prem. That's how he's taking this. And it's
No,
like,
not at
no,
all.
we all view him as a good player. He's a good player.
He's a great
Arsenal
player,
were going to
actually.
sign him from Brighton. Liverpool had wanted to sign him from Brighton. He's a good player. He's a good young player. The only thing that we're saying is he's not a distance shooting goal threat. That's not what he is. Yeah, he scored.
Not saying he can't do, not saying he can't add on to that. He can improve as a obviously, but you act like at the time we said it, he was just scoring bangers outside the box left and right.
He is right now on the. He's not there yet. I want to say he's not. He's not there yet, but he's on the Michael Essien trajectory. Michael Essien only scores bangers, and Casado only scores bangers too.
I'm not going to lie. I need to see at least 5 more for me to say that because Michael, I want you to know who you're comparing him to.
You think I didn't think before I said that?
I don't think he did. I don't think he did.
Did you hear what I said before? I didn't say he's there yet, but he's on the trajectory.
I need 5 more before I say that.
For you, probably need 20 more.
No,
before
Michael
you
Essien is
Great.
insane.
Fantastic goal. If you want to call it a worldie,
Yeah.
I'm not going to argue with you. I think it's a banger. Perfectly placed. I don't even if Allison was even in goal, I
Nah,
don't think
nobody's
he saves
saving that.
either. Great goal.
Great goal, great finish. So
Is that enough? Is that enough
No,
for
he's
you?
like that. Just accept it. That's all
No.
it is. He's like that.
No.
not yet.
Top 2 midfield in the Premier. He's not number 2. But let's go on.
EJ, you were right.
I told you he'd do this.
This
I told
goal,
you.
yeah. This goal,
He just said he's the best midfielder in the Prem.
Him and Gravenberg are the 2 best midfielders, are they not?
Let's move on, please.
Continue. Let's go.
Wow. Those blue glasses, they're back on real tight. They're real tight.
Thank you.
But okay, we'll keep things rolling and give a quick review of the Champions League game from last week.
So I can take a break.
Yeah.
No,
make some
hold on.
tea.
No, Kenny, you host this segment of the show. You
Yeah,
host.
go make some tea.
I could just walk out, honestly. All right, Champions League. I believe, both of you guys had games this week. We'll start with, I believe, Arsenal had the first one.
Tuesday. When did you guys play?
We played Wednesday, so yeah, Chelsea had it first.
Yeah. So, quick recap. It was a special day, not going to lie. The return of the special one back home. Jose Mourinho, first match. I think the second match. First match back at the bridge in a long, long time. And I expected us to get a win. And it was going to be tough because we know how Jose is. But I predicted a 1-0 win, and we got that. Granted, it was an own goal. I believe Richard Rios. It crossed in from Pedro Neto. Garnacho did well to get a foot to it, to kind of redirect it back into the dangerous area. Then Richard Rios knocked it into his net, and 1-0 at that point. And that was definitely coming off of a bad performance over the weekend. I believe that's when we lost to Brighton. So we needed a win badly. And at that point, I'm just happy to get the win. We need the points for the Champions League just to start building ourselves in the league phase. So I'll take it. And then I believe next we got Ajax after the international break.
Gotcha.
Okay. Arsenal, you guys took on Olympiacos. Talk to us.
We played Olympiacos at the Emirates, and I looked at the record. Olympiacos has a really good record against us at the Emirates. I think they beat us a few times in Europa and in Champions League, like over the past like 10 to 15 years. So it was one of those weird games. So we ended up winning 2-0. Honestly, that was the first game Odegaard came back and started, and my lord, he had an amazing game. Both goals came directly from him. He got the assist on the second one. Should have gotten an assist on the first one, but Gyökeres shot it, hit off the keeper, and it kind of like rolled like it was going to go into the goal. Bounced off the post, and Martinelli was there to tap it in. I think the only frustration that I had with that game is Gyökeres didn't score. I wanted him to score so bad, just because I think over the past few weeks he's starting to get his overall game together. And he's starting to hold up play, get players link up, et cetera, et cetera. And I just wanted him to score real bad, but it didn't end up happening. But he had a great game regardless. Shout out to Martinelli for being there, and Bukayo Saka scored the last goal to kind of close the game out. So comfortable 2-0 win. Love another clean sheet, so we'll take it. And who's up next in Champions League for us?
You guys got Atletico Madrid
Ooh.
at home, I believe.
I hate playing against teams like that. I hate teams
Yeah,
like that.
All they gotta do is bully y'all.
they're
No, it's not.
they're on a good run.
Yeah, they
as
are,
well.
but I don't think we get bullied anymore. I think it's just the teams that sit in and defend. Those are the teams that we struggle with. I don't even because yeah, we'll see though.
They just don't sit in. They scored two
No, no,
Champions
no.
League goals. They had five against
No,
Villarreal.
I'm not saying like that is their overall like style of play, but I know like when Diego Simeone teams like Atletico Madrid, Porto, Newcastle, like when they come to town or we go to where they are, I already know what to expect because they know the style of play that we struggle with and will increase their chance of winning. So that's more so what I'm talking about because I know what that game is going to be when we play them. So, I mean, we'll see though. We'll see.
Should be a good game.
Yeah. But that's a few weeks from now. So we don't got to worry about it for a few weeks. So, but yeah, I guess that wraps up Champions League review. Let's talk about match week 8 after the international break. Who's up? Who's upcoming?
I think we're first. Chelsea first.
Let me.
7:30 a.m. kickoff at
Ooh.
Nottingham Forest.
Ooh, bright and early.
Yeah. I believe Cole should be back for this game because he's supposed to come back after international break. So it's gonna be a matter of seeing who we actually have available because our back line is decimated right now. Chalobah should be back from suspension. Um, I'm going to go. I'm gonna go 1-0 Chelsea. It's gonna be tight, but I think we're gonna get it done.
Go. I don't trust Ange Postecoglou. I think 7 wins. He hasn't won a game yet. What did I say? 7 games he hasn't won yet. Yeah, I'll go 2-1. Chelsea. Wouldn't be surprised if it's 3-1.
Yeah, I'm going with a 3-0 Chelsea win here because I think Nottingham Forest are absolute dog crap. Ange Postecoglou has been exposed, the London Manager of the Year for 2024. Let's make sure to always reiterate that when we discuss. He, they were already talking about sacking dude, and he's only been there for what 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I still, till this day, I don't know. Whatever happened with Nuno and Marinakis and Edu, they should have figured that out because I don't think Nottingham Forest are going to be at that level ever again, especially after having European games now, Prem games, Carabao Cup, all the cups. And all. I think they're literally just going to waste away and be like fall right around relegation. But we'll see though. But yeah, 3-0 for Chelsea.
By the way, you are now 1-4.
That's fine. After this weekend, that's fine. Give me the L. I'll take it.
Good.
Up next in match week 8, it's Arsenal versus Fulham at Craven Cottage. It's a 12:30 kickoff. Fulham has been a difficult team for us these past few years. I think they did the double on us. No. They beat us and we tied against them last year, and then the year before that it was 2 ties. I'm going to predict a 2-0 win for Arsenal at Craven Cottage. I don't think Fulham look as good as they have in the past, and I think we look a lot better. And even with injuries, we still have the quality to put out there and go do what we have to do. So 2-0 for me.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Arsenal. Because Fulham's been a bogey team for you guys in a sense, I think you guys will be able to lock in and understand that we got to get a win here finally. So yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say the same. 2-1. I think they'll get a goal. They're a scrappy team. They have some players that can step up and, make some magic happen. I think Iwobi could have a good game as well. So I'll go 2-1 Arsenal.
You know the reason why I'm thinking 2-0? I saw Raul Jimenez get hurt in their last game. And no matter where Raul Jimenez plays, I remember even when he was at Wolves, he always scores against Arsenal. Raul Jimenez always scores against us. And I saw the injury he had. It looks like he may be out for some time, and I'm just hoping that he doesn't play. That's why I'm predicting a clean sheet. Yeah. Well, we'll see in a few weeks what's to come. Last but not least, the Super Sunday match of match week 8. Liverpool versus Manchester United at Anfield. Talk to us, Kenny.
Will it be 4 losses in a row for Liverpool?
That is a very, very good question. Whew. I want us to win this game so bad. I loved how we played against them last year. I believe we ended up in a draw at Anfield, if I'm not mistaken. Lisandro Martinez scored. Mo Salah's not looking too good, but for some reason Liverpool always kills us. I'm gonna go with a 2-2 draw. I feel like if we play like we're supposed to play, and Emery was in when we tied them last year. We played very well. We should have even won that game, honestly. I think their backline is shown to be a little shaky, so I think we should be able to score a couple goals, but our backline is horrendous, and we're going to give up chances. So I'll go with 2-2.
Go ahead, Francis.
I'm gonna go 1-1. I'm gonna go 1-1. I think it's gonna be a good game for sure. But I won't be surprised if somebody finds a way to nick it at the very end.
I'm going to be honest with you. After Liverpool's run of games, they've just lost 3 on the bounce in all competitions. This is their first game back from international break. I think Arne Slot is going to put something, light a fire under all of them. And I think that they're going to come back and this will be a statement game for them. And I think they'll come out and they'll win 2-0.
Oh,
Just because.
Oh, yeah.
Just because it is at Anfield. If this game was in Manchester, I believe it would be a 2-2 draw. But because it's going to be at Anfield, they'll have the crowd behind them. They already know how the past, 3 games have been. I think that's what's going to push them to win the game and get a clean sheet. But I promise you, if it was at Old Trafford, I promise I'd predict either a tie or a Man U win. Just because Liverpool, they do not look defensively solid. And I remember we had talked about this at the beginning of the season. I was worried about Kirkez, and I was worried about what's his name? Frimpong. And it's like,
Now it's more so Bradley, honestly. He hasn't looked too good.
yeah, but that's why he was always the backup. He was always Trent's backup. Now the backup is stepping up, and we see kind of the different the frailties. Um, yeah, Liverpool don't look too convincing right now. Maybe it's a blip. Maybe it's like a little bit of a wobble. Maybe they'll bounce back. But hey, we'll see in the next few months. But I do think that they'll bounce back and get the win. Yeah, that's our predictions for match week 8. Last up on the show, our new segment, Did Y'all See? So, this week for my Did Y'all See, I'm going to bring it back home because everyone gets their credit, and I think he deserves his credit too. Bukayo Saka, on his 200th appearance for Arsenal, he provided his 100th goal contribution to the club. And the split right now, 55 goals, 45 assists in 200 games at the age of 24. That is, for me, that's an insane stat. That's our star boy. And I just want to give him credit because he was one of the players that brought us from the depths of hell back into where we are now, challenging for, top honors. So want to give a shout out to Bukayo Saka because that's an insane stat for someone at that age. So, and I thought it was funny too because we were talking in the group chat about that penalty situation. And Rafe was saying, let Victor take it. And I'm looking at my phone like, I don't care who Victor Gyökeres is. I don't care if he needs to score. I don't care if he's out of form. That doesn't matter. Bukayo is our star boy. He's our penalty taker. And until he shows that he can't score penalties, or if he decides to give it, he will always take our penalties. I don't care. So shout out to our star boy.
Good job. Good job to him. I saw a video that said him and Thierry Henry are the only two players to have scored on the 200th appearance for Arsenal.
Yeah, Thierry
cool
posted something for him on Instagram. Shout out to the king. Shout out to the king.
Thierry's goal was ridiculously crazy.
Insane.
Yeah.
That's why he's the king.
Yeah, it was pretty cool to see that. So congrats to him.
Yeah, for sure. Anything, Francis?
No, congrats.
That's positive. No. Positive news? No. Good job. Yeah.
No, I swear, when it has to be positive, it's like his mic, the volume, it turns down.
Yeah.
Full blast, as always.
He'd be like, good job.
Yeah, good job.
But yeah, nothing else? We good?
Yep.
All right. Well, that wraps up another episode of the Banter 3FC podcast. Once again, you can find us on all streaming platforms at Banter 3FC. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share all of our content. Appreciate the love and support. Tune in with you guys after the international break. Y'all be safe.